The only exceptional thing about you, my dear, is your mother.
Okay, so there is this show, Miraculous Ladybug, about a teenage girl in Paris who turns into a superhero named Ladybug to fight villains created by an evil butterfly man named Hawkmoth. It's basically Sailor Moon meets Spider-Man with yo-yo tricks and a love square that could power the entire economy. But among the heroes and villains, there's one particular character that stands out like a neon sign, Chloé Bourgeois. This is the brat, the bully, the mayor's daughter, the girl whose entire brand is, do you know who my father is? Think Sharpay Evans from High School Musical meets Brittany Matthews from Most Popular Girls in School meets Raquel from Barbie Life in the Dream House. And yet she's one of the most beloved characters in the fandom. She still has fans even after joining the side of evil. Like, she literally works on the side of evil now, yet people still love her. Why do so many fans still ride for Chloe? Why does Queen Bee still trend? Why are all of my comments filled with people yelling she deserves better, while others say she should stay in London permanently? Salut everyone, I'm Mista, and today we're cracking open the messy, complicated, and painfully relatable arc of Chloé Bourgeois. From her tragic upbringing, to her self-destruction, to the comment wars raging under every single Queen Bee post that I make. Now, this isn't a defense, this is going to be an analysis. Because like it or not, Chloé Bourgeois isn't just a villain. She's a case study in how someone can almost grow and then completely blow it. If you're new to this channel, I highly recommend you subscribe. I do videos like this all the time. I also do meme edits, and I'm pretty messy as well in my community section. So like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to hit that bell notification for more. Now let's get right into it. If you've never seen Miraculous Ladybug before, here is your crash course. It's set in Paris. We're following Marinette Dupenchang, a sweet, anxious girl. She gets magical earrings. She transforms into the Ladybug superhero. Her partner in crime, her partner in non-crime is Chat Noir, who is her secret crush, Adrien Agreste. None of them know each other's identities because apparently no one in France has common sense. Their enemy, Hawkmoth, aka Gabriel Agreste, aka Adrien's dad, who uses magical butterflies called akumas to turn emotionally fragile Parisians into supervillains.
So your day didn't go as planned. You so happen to be blowing bubbles on a park bench. Next thing you know, you're the bubbler. And then you gotta listen to the voice in your head tell you to capture the miraculous of Ladybug and Chat Noir. You know, just typical things in Paris.
It's chaos, it's camp, it's trauma, and boy does it have drama. And in the middle of all of this, Chloé Bourgeois. Okay, so from the jump, Chloé was written as more than just a one-note mean girl. Yeah, she's rude as hell.
And how are you going to stop me, huh? By drowning me in your tears.
She's entitled, and she's definitely the type to leave a 1-star Yelp review just because her croissant had a dent in it. But there was something else. She was Ladybug's biggest fan. And keep in mind, she hates Marinette. She hates Marinette, but she is Ladybug's biggest fan. Not just for clout either, like her admiration for Ladybug is one of the few genuine things about her. She loves to play pretend with her best friend. I'm saying best friend, but they were roommates. And they're kids, you know, they like to play pretend. And Chloe and her friend Sabrina would play Ladybug and Chat Noir role playing, you know? Just one of those things that you do as a teenager, as a kid, you're enjoying life. And it was so genuine and refreshing to see that it's not just a one-dimensional mean girl. She was genuinely a big fan of Ladybug, and not in the performative clout chasing way, but in a genuine awestruck, sort of borderline obsessive way. That fandom turned into reality in the season 2 episode Style Queen. Let's take a look. It's Fashion Week in Paris. Marinette designs a hat for a fashion show, but loses the Bee Miraculous, one of the magical jewels that gives heroes their powers. Chloe finds it, and she immediately transforms into Queen Bee on live TV, all to impress her mother, Audrey Bourgeois, who is the coldest fashion critic in the entire world. Now, was all of this for clout?
Well, yes.
You know, through everything, through that entire arc, Ladybug doesn't write Chloe off. She keeps giving her more chances, and Chloe keeps trying. In the episode Maledictator, Chloe does put her all into being Queen Bee to save her dad. In Miraculous, she resists an Akuma, the first civilian in the show to ever do that. In Queen Wasp, she tries to prove herself, even by creating the crisis herself by freezing the subway driver with her venom power. For a while, the show was laying the groundwork for the classic mean girl redemption arc. Fans were ready, people were excited to see the spoiled Parisian girl become a hero for real. And for that moment, it actually looked like it was happening. But the growth was fragile. But here's the deeper truth. Chloe never wanted power. She wanted to be chosen.
Why don't you love me, Mom?
Every time Ladybug handed her a Miraculous, it wasn't about saving Paris. It was about being seen. It was about being validated. It was about being loved, especially by someone she idolized. And that makes perfect sense when you look at her home life. Her mother, Aubrey, is emotionally absent, hypercritical, and genuinely cruel. She once told Chloe,
The only exceptional thing about you, my dear, is your mother.
her father, Andre, is spineless. He enables Chloe's tantrums because he's terrified of telling her no. That's not love. That's cowardice. The only stable adult in Chloe's life was her butler. Not her mom, not her dad, her friggin' butler. Chloe was raised believing love is transactional, that you have to perform to be worthy. The Be Miraculous wasn't just a magical jewel, it was one of her anchors. Proof that someone, anyone, would want her around. So when Ladybug finally says no, that's not just rejection, it's a core wound. And the worst part is Ladybug never said it directly at first. She just stopped calling on Chloe. No conversation, no closure. Even Chat Noir calls out Ladybug for that.
Promise me you'll go and talk to her. It's the right thing to do.
That silence doesn't make Chloe reflect. It makes her feel worthless, and it pushes her over the edge. The break. Enter the episode Miracle Queen. This is the episode Chloe crosses the point of no return. But let's be clear, this wasn't random or a sudden snap, this was in the making. By the time we reach the episodes Heart Hunter and Miracle Queen, Chloe is feeling utterly rejected. Ladybug has stopped calling her to be Queen Bee, citing that Chloe's public identity puts her and her family in danger, but Chloe doesn't see it that way. In her mind, Ladybug has taken away the one thing that made her feel special.
Hawkmoth has been paying attention to Chloe. This is exactly how he knows to exploit Chloe's wounds.
So, Hawkmoth gets the Miracle Box, which contains all the Miraculous. He gives Chloe the Be Miraculous willingly. He doesn't akumatize her at first. He wants her as an ally. He uses her bitterness and her desire for power as leverage, promising her the chance to prove herself and get the admiration she craves. And that's how Chloe becomes Queen Bee, becomes Miracle Queen, an upgraded version of Queen Wasp, complete with brainwashing abilities and a full villain makeover. Let's talk about what she does as Miracle Queen. She, 1, exposes the identities of every temporary hero Ladybug has ever recruited. 2, she turns Parisians into her own loyal army through brainwashing stings. And 3, she tries to seize total control of the city, all under Hawkmoth's guidance. And this all stems from one truth. Chloe was done trying to earn approval. She was done trying to earn Ladybug's approval. She wanted power. She wanted revenge. And for a brief moment, Hawkmoth gave her both. It's not nearly petty. It's the culmination of everything Chloe has internalized. That power equals worth. And so if Ladybug won't give her power, someone else will. What's wild is that Ladybug even tries to offer Chloe one final chance during Miracle Queen. She's willing to forgive Chloe if she returns the Miraculous and walks away, but Chloe refuses. She doubles down. She's too far gone. So with that, Ladybug cuts ties with her for good. Not everyone gets redeemed. From this moment onwards, this is where the fandom splits right down the middle. Some people swear Chloe was robbed of her redemption arc, that the writers ruined her on purpose. She was supposed to be the Zuko or the Catra of Miraculous Ladybug, a messy villain who eventually changes and joins the heroes for good. But what if this was her arc? Because here's the reality, not everyone changes, not everyone accepts help, and sometimes people stay stuck exactly where they are because it's safer than admitting they're a part of their own problem. Chloé Bourgeois is not just a mean girl for laughs. She's written as someone who refuses to change, no matter how many chances she's given. The creator of the show, Thomas Astruc, has said multiple times that Chloe was never meant to be redeemed, that she was deliberately created to show that some people, no matter how many second chances they get, will still choose themselves, their pride, and their power over real growth. And honestly, that's one of the most realistic things about her character. Because we've all met a Chloe, the person who shows flashes of kindness only to snap back right to the cruelty the moment they feel threatened. We've seen the friend who almost apologizes, but doubles down and blames everyone else. And the person who can't stand being less than the center of attention. Even when Chloe did somehow show moments of vulnerability, like admitting she felt useless and that no one at school liked her, It wasn't enough to spark real change, because she didn't want to grow. She wanted validation. She wanted Ladybug's attention, not Ladybug's advice. And that's what makes Chloe different from Zuko or Catra. Those characters hit rock bottom and choose to change. Chloe hit rock bottom and demanded everyone else bow to her instead. And sometimes the lesson is not every story ends in redemption. Some people lose everything because they refuse to let go of who they've always been. Marinette is not her mom. Now, let's talk about Marinette. Could Ladybug have handled this better?
Well, yes.
She could have sat Chloe down and said, look, I care about you, but you can't be Queen Bee anymore because your identity is public and it puts you and everyone you love in danger. Instead, Marinette avoided the conversation entirely. She just stopped calling Chloe for mission. No explanation, no closure. And that silence is what made Chloe spiral faster. Because to her, the Be Miraculous wasn't just a hero gig, it was the only proof that someone wanted her around. But here's the thing, Marinette is 14.
That's a child.
She's juggling school, family expectations, anxiety, running a secret superhero double life, and a love life that looks like a conspiracy board with red string. She is not Chloe's therapist. She is not Chloe's mom. She is
A normal girl.
who can barely manage her own secrets, let alone someone else's trauma. Marinette does make mistakes, and she does make a lot of them. She's indecisive, she avoids confrontation, and sometimes people get hurt because of it. But that's her arc too. She's learning, and she's allowed to. Chloe's pain is real, but it's not Marinette's job to fix it. Ladybug cannot fix what Chloe needs, and that's the part some fans forget. It's not Ladybug's responsibility to raise every future hero, especially one as volatile as Chloe. After all this chaos, betrayal, and brainwashing glitter wasps, why do people still love Chloe? Because she's real. Because some fans see themselves in her flaws, the defensiveness, the desperation to be wanted, the fear of being left behind. Even when she's insufferable, she's never boring. And because there's always that haunting question, what if? What if Ladybug had chosen her just one more time? What if her mom was never emotionally absent? What if her father could finally have the balls to tell her no? What if Chloe finally took accountability? Fans love a what if because it leaves the door cracked open for hope. And then there's nostalgia. If there's one thing with this fandom, y'all are blinded by my nostalgia. The early seasons of Miraculous hit different. Back then, the fandom dragged the animation for looking clunky, and now suddenly it's an iconic era. Time makes everything shinier.
Zoe has been an excellent Vesperia.
But people still cling to Queen Bee because she's tied to the golden age of the show. She's a symbol of what could have been. Even in polls today, Queen Bee still beats Vesperia, even though Zoe is arguably kinder, more stable, and let's face it, less likely to get Paris destroyed because of personal drama. But fans don't just love heroes, they love complicated people. Chloé Bourgeois is not a role model. And if you thought so, you're lying to yourself. She's a cautionary tale, a reminder that not every story ends in redemption, that some people get chance after chance after chance and they still blow it. But that doesn't make her boring, it just makes her human. And that's why whether you love her, hate her, or wish she'd permanently stay in London, you remember her. Because even when Chloe burns every bridge, she's unforgettable. And that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because hey, it seriously helps the channel out. And I want to know, where do you stand on Chloe? Do you think she deserves redemption, or was she always going to be the villain in her own story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I love reading your takes, even the spicy ones. If you're ever craving more Miraculous content, be sure to check out my other videos, like my full ranking of every single Miraculous transformation. I did a whole thing, it's 40 minutes, go watch it, it's good, trust me. Thank you for hanging out, I'll see you in the next one. Remember to stay lucky, my little Kumas, and believe in Steven. Au revoir.